I'm 20 years old. I made $25,000 last month and I still don't feel content. So it's Thursday morning, mid-October. I've done £20,000 in the last 30 days and I'm now gearing myself up to try and get to £100,000 per month with my consulting business. So the plan is today, get some client calls done. I got a community call with all of my clients for a quick live Q&A at 11, and then I have a one-to-one consulting call, and then I have a break which I need to try and get to Canary Wharf in as quickly as possible because I'm meeting a few of the boys. We're going to do some work together and it's just good to obviously be around similar people. I might drive, might get train, not sure, but I'm looking forward to today. There's lots of opportunity to happen. I'm very excited about the business at the minute. Just sort of full steam ahead. Usually when I'm working really hard, I get quite burnt out, but I found it's because I've always been trying to build it as a freelancer. And so I'd get to 10k a month, try and get to 15, 20k a month as a freelancer. And I've made that switch recently in that I need to start investing in things. And so I've been investing in video editors, appointment setters, etc. And it's paying off. That's what's got me to 20k within the last 30 days. So we're gonna keep investing, keep scaling at the business and trying to get it to £100,000 per month. It's one thing I've been struggling with a lot recently. And it's no matter how much I earn, I still feel like I should have more, still earn more. And I'm trying to battle that. I'm not 100% driven by money because I don't work just for money. I want money because I know it lets me access the things that I want in life. But this need for it doesn't help. There's a difference between needing and wanting. And when you need something, it shows up as anxiety, and that shows up in your sales calls and in your client calls, etc., etc. And so I'm trying to battle that at the minute. I'll get more onto it a little bit later on in the video, but that's what I'm trying to figure out alongside getting to 100k a month, which is a bit controversial, but I'm going to try and get there. Maybe money will solve all my problems. I don't think it will, but maybe it will. You could do the same thing. You don't have to say, I earned X amount last month, or I'm going to earn this amount this month. What you can say is, I really want to build a really big business. Here's why.
Yeah, okay.
So talk more about your values, your beliefs, your philosophies, as opposed to just you, if that makes sense. Just wrapped up my community call with all of my clients for my group Q&A, which is a new offer that I'm offering actually. All of my one-to-one clients get access to my community and the weekly group calls. But then for people who maybe don't want as much one-to-one support, they can just join the community, get the weekly calls with the group, ask Q&As, get the masterclasses, and then also get access to me via Slack for whenever they have any questions. Got one more one-to-one client call, then I'm going to head up to Canary Wharf and meet a few of my mates who are also in a similar space to me and run good businesses. So that'll be cool. So yeah, on to the next call.
You know, for going forward until Vicky's employed, sending the messages, I physically have to send the messages.
Yeah, to begin with you will. I mean, we can automate it, but I wouldn't recommend you do because you won't get as good results. Yeah. And I know that you want to get cash through the door fast. I would just say prepare yourself to put in an hour extra work a day, max. Get that hat on that meant that you're going to be having to put an extra hour in each morning. Right, I'm going to pack up, get in the car, go to Canary Wharf and have a drive, fill up the petrol tank. It's good that I made a sale today because that petrol tank is not cheap. I think one thing that a lot of people don't realise about having a nice car is buying the thing is one thing, right? You know, you've got to save up cash, you've got to pay for the insurance. But maintaining it and putting petrol in it every single week is the most expensive part. This will cost me 90 quid to fill up, roughly. And I do that once every 5 days. It's expensive to run, but I love my cars. I love this car a lot. I kind of started business because I wanted nice cars, and at first I probably did want them for the wrong reasons. I wanted it to show off and feel like the man, and then you get it and you realise that no one actually cares about what car you drive, and also you don't really care that much. And so now I'm keeping it because I genuinely enjoy cars. It's like the thing that I look at the most. I've always been into cars and been a bit of a nerd about them and all that, but if I was going to go again when I was buying this car, I probably wouldn't have bought this just yet. I would have had a little bit more money coming in because I bought it when I was earning 10k a month. I'm earning more than that now, so I can afford it. But at the time, it was a bit of a stretch. Right, so we've got 82, which isn't terrible, but to be fair, I already had a bit of petrol in the tank. So let's go get it. Just parked up, going to get the bag. I've got some lunch. I literally just grabbed a chicken wrap from Petrograd. So I'm gonna head to WeWork, get into the office. I've got a call at 2. It's currently 1:15. So I've got 45 minutes to eat, get to the office, get on a call. And then yeah, we're just gonna do a couple hours of calls, I think, see some of the boys and yeah, have a good time. Right, we're in WeWork, Canary Wharf. Got a good little setup going on. Got Mr. How much did you do with your clients last month?
What, for my clients in terms of revenue generated?
Mm-hmm.
Across all partners, maybe like 400 or 500k. Month before that was more though, but
Mr. 400k a month.
no, it's not 400k a month. It's more like this is all GBP as well, by the way, not USD. USD is gay. Yeah, business is good. Enjoying it. Growing, learning every single day. Obviously there's ups and downs, issues, Stripe accounts getting locked with multi-6 figures in it, but we move, pushing towards these 6-figure months. We're real soon, just got to keep putting the inputs in. Got that rolly last week. So yeah, that's good, man.
That car's paid
Mate,
off.
I'm going to Stockport House this weekend.
What's that?
Hotel.
With Luke Maddie?
Got
for?
a suite.
Why?
He's paid for it, bruv.
Oh, I thought you paid for the Westin.
No.
How much is the Supple House?
8 bills.
Are you getting dinner there as well, I'm guessing?
Yeah, look. Boom, there we go. This weekend, a little sweet thing. Go straight into the spa. So you're gonna be fucking scheming up there, doing some work, taking some client calls, closing some deals, eating some good food.
Yeah.
Relaxing. Yeah, mate, you know, it's dank though.
Do you know what you should brand yourself on?
What?
Being the most humble guy in the info space.
Mate, when you go on my Instagram, I don't look like a flexer.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Mercedes hotel dinner, Mercedes. To be fair, mine's the same. Me and Luke, we started business at the same time, roughly.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Well, we tried like multiple, didn't we? Really.
Yeah, we done loads. What did you start with? Fortnite logo designs.
Yeah, no, that was the fucking first thing, mate. Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite logos. I've done alright to be fair. I was like, what, 14 grand, like 400 or 500 quid a month, all went on V-Bucks.
Yeah, that's what I used to do mountain bike videos.
Bought my Specialized with that money though.
You never specialised. You had a Carrera.
No, do you not remember my black one, what I got after it? The Rock.
No, I think I stopped going out.
Yeah.
I was scared of all the kids that I thought were dodgy. But yeah, we started business at the same time.
Yeah, you took off a bit quicker than me, didn't you?
Yeah, and you soared past.
And then I'm just big dog, innit? You know what I mean?
Soared past. And you're at what, 40k a month?
Yeah, probably like 30 to 40 really. But we've got some big partners. At the minute we've got a lot of deals that kind of just come on board, so they're more not really kicked into rev share mode, like they haven't actually launched. We've got a big partner launch next month, which will be an interesting one. Can't really talk too much on that yet. So yeah, we'll see. Like literally even now, look, just got a little fucking inbound lead. Probably won't sign this guy though, because he's from Bali and he looks pretty gay.
So yeah, I mean, we're aiming for 100k a month, right? When are you trying to hit 100k?
This year.
December?
Right, the way I look at it, think big. If I don't hit it, I'm probably going to be closer to it than if I just fucking set my goal as 60k a month. If I say it's 100, then I'm probably going to hit 60.
True.
If I say it's 60, then
Probably at 40.
yeah, I'll probably stay where I am. So I'm not going to take the bigger actions that need to move me towards actually being a 100k a month business owner. But next month should be decent, to be fair. As long as the launches go well, there's no reason next month can't be like a 70 to 100k a month realistically.
No, definitely.
Across the partners.
Right, I'm going to jump on this onboarding call. Why is my laptop so slow? Every time it freezes, I can snap it in half. Why is it frozen? Yo, yo, yo. I am good. How are you doing? I'm very good. Good, I'm glad to see you. I mean, it's good to have a proactive team, right? Because it means we're going to move 10 times faster. But trust is the biggest scarce thing within this space at the minute. It's the thing that no one has. And everyone is saying, oh, the LinkedIn algorithm's getting more difficult. I can't sign clients. Instagram doesn't work anymore. And it's like, yeah, the algorithms change, but they haven't changed that much to the point where you will stop signing clients. Okay, so they're looking for an agency. And when they come to you, what are they frustrated with? Is it just a case of like, my SEO isn't working? Or do they say my website isn't making sales? Do they say I don't know how to do SEO? What is it they typically say? I've finished up all my calls for the day. So I've done 2 consulting calls. One of them was my group coaching call, where my clients get to come on, ask me any questions there for the end of the week. That went well. Had a one-to-one consulting call as well. I took 2 sales calls. One of them might close. The other one was a bit of a time waster, if I'm being honest, but I don't really like to push people across the line. I prefer to work with people who know they want to work with me and are ready to work with me. So I didn't push her across. She'll come back to me by Sunday, she said. So we'll see. But I did actually close a deal this morning, which was good for my community offer. So I've made 1.2K for the day, but that was for a 2.4K full-time offer. So I'm at 10K for the month so far. I think I'm actually at slightly more because I had a Monzo transfer that didn't come through Stripe. But I just wanted to jump on and talk about where I'm at because I made $25,000 last month. I'm on track to make $30,000 this month. I'm 20 years old, I drive a Porsche, and I'm not saying this to brag because none of that makes me happy. And I've still not learnt the lesson of no matter what revenue number I hit, it does not make me feel content. And that's my problem at the minute. I set a revenue target, think it'll make me happy, I get there and I still feel anxious, I still feel stressed. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy overall. I'm a very happy person, I'm very happy with the life I built, I'm proud of myself. But there's always that element of stress and anxiety, which I don't think will ever go because I'm a business owner, right? And I don't expect it to go. I don't want it to go because it keeps me driving forward. But I'm starting to learn that, and I've definitely learned it a lot more than I used to, but I'm starting to learn that you shouldn't be driven by money at all. Because hitting a big financial goal feels like the answer to everything, right? You think it will solve all your problems, your stresses, your anxieties, who you are as a person. You get this dopamine hit when you hit your revenue target. Like when I first hit my first 10K month, I remember me and my mate, because we both hit 10K at the same time, Luke, who you saw earlier on in the video. We both went for Nando's, we were well excited. And then the next day came around, because I hit it on the last day of October, and you're like, fuck, I've got to do it over again. And so you do get this big dopamine hit, but it fades very, very fast, because you realize you have to go again and again and again. And that creates a void, because your mind instantly resets the target from 10K a month to 20K a month to 30K a month. And you're always striving for more, and money is this black hole, right? Money is infinite. Numbers are infinite. There's never a number that you're ever going to be happy with. And as much as you try and convince yourself that you will, you never will. And so you can't fill this internal hole with money, right? If you don't feel like you're good enough, money will not fix that. You'll feel more confident. You'll be able to do more things. You'll be able to invest in things to make you feel more confident. But don't expect money to make you feel better as a person, because it won't. I promise you that. Because, and I'll give you an example, right? I spent my first 2 years of business thinking, right, when I buy a nice car, I'm going to feel like the man. I'm going to feel happy. I'm going to have something to enjoy myself about because I love cars. And in a way, I was kind of buying a nice car for the ego side of things as well. And I hit 10K a month. And then about 5 months after, I went and bought a Porsche Cayman. And I loved the car. But the day I picked it up, I drove home stressed, anxious, and very underwhelmed because I built up this idea of this Porsche being this amazing thing. And I love the car, but it didn't make me happy. And I think that's the problem most people have, and you might be experiencing as well, is like you keep setting these revenue goals for yourself, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100K a month, and you get every single one and you think, you know what, the next one will make me happy, the next one will make me happy, and it never ever does. And it's a bad trap to get in because you'll always be chasing the next thing. And what I've realized is that money doesn't make who you are as a person feel better. It makes your life easier in that suddenly you're not stressing about bills anymore. Suddenly you can go where you want, you can buy what you want, and you have a bit more freedom. But you still feel the same. And if anything, it just magnifies them feelings more. In that the pressure you put on yourself now gets even worse when you have money. Because now you have, A, you have more to lose, but B, your goal is bigger. The ambition becomes bigger. And so there's an even bigger gap from who you are to where you want to get to. And the guilt of not being where you are becomes even bigger as well. And so if you constantly chase the next number, you will never ever feel enough as a person. That's one thing I've realised a lot. You can't attach your worth to money because money always changes as well. Money can come, money can go like that. Like it's scary how quickly it can go and also how quickly it can come. So if you attach your self-worth as a person to money, you'll always be controlled by a fluctuating number. And so you need to figure out, who am I without going to the gym, without money, without my business, without everything that I pride myself on? Who am I as a person? I know that I have a good heart, I hope, right? I care a lot about the people close to me. I want to provide for them. And I really want to make sure that everyone around me is doing well, such as my friends, my family, my girlfriend, my clients, everyone. I want them to do well. I care a lot about their progress as who they are and where they want to get to. And so I kind of tie a lot of my pride to that. And that helps me even when I'm having up and down months. I can go, right, actually, I'm still with this person that I pride myself to be. And I think a lot of people, you maybe included, need to do that as well. And the reason I say this work is important is because when you detach your self-worth from money, there's still an element of wanting it and needing it, because obviously you always need money to feed yourself and your family, but you don't need it for your ego. And it's a very weird paradox in life, in that when you stop needing something, it comes 10 times easier. Think about like dating a girl, for example, right? If you feel like you need the girl, you suddenly start double texting her, you call her 3 times a day, you become super needy, you become a bit of a simp. And she can read that energy, and suddenly she's turned off by you. And it's the same with money. If you need it, you show up to the sales call, pressuring the person. All your content is super salesy. You put loads of stress on yourself and then you get burnt out. And so when you need money, it actually is 10 times harder to get. So when you pride your self-worth on something that's not physical, it's who you are as a person, you stop needing money as much. And that makes everything 10 times easier, because now you just want it. It's a want, it's not a need. So when you show up to a sales call and someone gives you an objection, you don't care if they close or not, because you know you don't need money. You want it, but you don't need it. And that builds trust, because now they're like, oh, okay, this person doesn't just want to take my money. Your content's better, because you're not making super salesy content, but you're building trust for your content, because you're not in a rush to get the money. And longer term, you then make more money. It's such a weird paradox, but it's something that I've learned a lot recently. Like last week, for example, I was super anxious and stressed about money, because I felt like I needed it. I was like, I need to hit 30K a month. And I was putting so much pressure on myself. And I was showing up to sales calls with bad energy, showing up to clients with bad energy, posting salesy content a little bit. And I made £1,000, which is still good, and booked like 3 sales calls. And then over the weekend, relaxed, and I got my mind back in a good state. And Monday showed up. And I don't know if it was the universe trying to show me a sign of something, but I booked 5 sales calls on Monday and closed a 6K deal. And then also later on in the week, I've closed another 2K deal. So I've made 8 grand this week, basically. 4K cash collected, 8K revenue. And I didn't feel the need to have money this week. And I've actually made more than last week, right? So when you detach your need for money and it becomes a want but not a need, and that's a super key difference there. When it becomes a want, not a need, it's actually 10 times easier to make. So try and find something that you pride yourself on that's not money, that's not physical, it's not a watch, it's not a car, it's not your girlfriend or your boyfriend, it's who you are as a person to the core. And suddenly everything you want becomes 10 times easier to get. Another thing that I want to talk about is ego versus identity, and it kind of relates back to who you or what you pride yourself on. A lot of people are driven by ego. They start a business to prove themselves to their parents or to their mates or just to strangers in general. They don't feel enough as a person with who they already are, and so they try and prove themselves to everyone. And that works to begin with, right? You can definitely start off by trying to be driven by ego. And I don't think ego's a bad thing. I think you have to be aware you have an ego. But when you keep trying to be driven by ego, it's very easy to get burnt out because you're being driven by the wrong things. And so what I've had to do recently is stop being driven by just money. By recently, I mean like within the last year or so, I've been trying to figure this out. And I used to be driven by just getting money, flashy cars, flashy watches, flashy holidays, blah, blah, blah. And then it burnt me out because I wasn't driven by that anymore because I realized it wouldn't make me happy. So then I stopped having a reason to work so hard. But now I'm driven by much bigger things. Like, who can I become as a person? Can I become the best possible version of myself? Can I use my business as a battleground to do that? Can I provide for my family, my friends, my girlfriend, my clients, etc.? And that drives me a lot more. Because when I'm working 12-hour days and I'm tired, buying a Lamborghini doesn't excite me that much that I want to work 13 hours. But telling myself this is for my future family, this is so I can buy a house and give a good life to my future kids, etc. That drives me a lot more. And so my point with ego is like, ego can serve you, but only so much. You need to find a bigger reason to work than to just serve your ego. So start figuring out what really, really drives you, aside from money and feeding that ego. And so my point of talking about all of this is like, business and social media is smoke and mirrors, right? Everyone is apparently making 7 figures a year. And I myself fall into the trap of believing it all, but there's so much shit going on that they don't tell you. They're still stressed, they're still anxious, they still have their own problems, they still have unhappy days. And I'm here to tell you I'm the same. Like, I made 25 grand last month, and I still spent last week stressing that I didn't have enough money. or at least I didn't feel like I had enough money. And I'm trying to help someone else who might be going through the same thing solve this. And what's helped me is detaching my need for money by differentiating feeding my ego versus fueling a really big purpose, which is providing for my family, friends, clients, etc. And also understanding the concept of when I stop needing money, I actually get it 10 times easier. So try and find a way to pride yourself on who you are as a person, not physical assets, not money. Because when you can do that, you understand that when you have a bad week of money not coming in, maybe, for example, it doesn't bother you as much, it doesn't affect you as much. And then you keep the good energy that makes you more money. Whereas people who are just purely driven by ego, purely driven by money, purely driven by how much money they make that month, when they have a bad week, it fucks them up for a month because they can't recover from it. And then that actually creates a downward spiral. Whereas if you're not really affected by how much money you make that week, you make a lot more of it. It's a weird concept. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm not ungrateful, I'm not unhappy. I'm super proud, I'm super happy with where I'm at. I just get some bad weeks, as does everyone. And I'm just here to let you know that's human. But if you have a bigger purpose and you understand that you as a person is more important than how much money you make, you'll be able to get through these weeks a lot easier. And also, like, these struggles you have every single week, every single month, because you will have struggles, don't expect it to be an easy ride. These struggles create you into a better person. And who you are as a person is a much better result that you will get out of business than the money you make. Because money is a byproduct of who you are as a person, and you get more money and you can handle life's problems way better. And you can teach them things to people that you love and your kids, etc. So yeah, I think my point is just like, always strive for more. I'm not saying don't strive for money, but also understand that it's much easier to get money when you don't want it as much or when you don't feel the need to have it. But yeah, let's get back to work and make some money. Come to Rocco and grab some sushi. This is tarnishing your personal brand. Bruv, as if he's got his watch in it.
I actually love shit like this. This is my favourite thing to do, it's just eat like.
So, just got home from Rocker, Canary Wharf. Banging dinner, always good food there. I eat sushi hundreds of times a week, it seems, but I enjoy it, so it's all good. But I hope you got to see what it was like living a day in the life as Charlie Phillips. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, see you in the next one.